So I'll be doing my makeup and I'll be having a chit chat with you about things I struggle with or I've been insecure about and how I've overcome them. Sorry, please, if you can hear any sound in the background, that's my fan. Like everywhere is extremely hot, so I need to know the fan. So please bear with me. Um, yeah, my insecurities. From what I've noticed, most people don't like. I don't think I could be wrong. Please do. You can correct me. But I feel that most people they don't know how do I say it. Most people don't okay. People in general, or from my opinion, I never woke up with like okay, this that I don't like it. I'm insecure about it, and I want to change it. No, it happened as the project web like how will I explain it? How will I explain it? When people started pointing out things about me and like making jokes or like sly comments and everything like that, that's when I started looking at myself one kind of like in a certain way that I did not like, or like okay, if they're saying this about me, it has to be true, it has to be true, it has to be true. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to like talk about the physical part, things I've been insecure about myself physically, and like things I'm insecure about when it comes to me in a how do I say it? In a physical and mental aspect. So for my physical part, I've always been told that I have a big head. Like it's not like recently where they tell you, oh, hey, big head, and you're like, okay, nah, none of that. But when they tell you you have a big head, I never knew my head was actually big. I never knew mine was actually big. My siblings, nobody like ever said, oh, big head, yada yada yada. It was people in school, friends. And the thing was that growing up, I'm a tall child. Like out of my friends, I was like one of the tallest. Like then like the rest were average height, but like right from high school and right from primary school, I knew that okay, yes, I'm taller. I was on the taller side. So and I like to sit in front. So once the teacher starts to write on the board, people go like, "Oh, remove your big head. Your head is blocking me." You don't have to sit in front. And basically, like sitting in front had how do I say it? It's just I don't know how they arrange us or if we actually arrange ourselves earlier growing up. So they just like I was always in front because I just like sitting in front. But when you say move, your head is obstructing my view. Your head is blocking me. I can't see the board. You are too tall for the front. Then I said like, okay, your head is big. Then it started ringing in my head because I was like, okay, actually, is my head actually big? Is it big? Then I started to worry about it. Then people throw jabs at you and your big head. This is a big head. Your head is too big. Like that. Then I started feeling insecure about my hair. I didn't want to do certain hairstyles like that. I didn't want to be, in front anymore. I wanted to go to the back. Because when you line up on the assembly ground, the teachers will take you to the back because you are too tall. The rest people can't. And all I wanted was, I just wanted to stay at the front. Like I had friends like that, but like because of my height, I had to get to the back. Like, oh, your head is big. Your head is big. I remember going home and asking my sister, like, is my head big? Straight up, she just said yes. You have a big head. I felt so bad. But she was like, yeah, you have a big head, but own it. You can't, there's no way I could reduce my head. There was no way for me to like, change it. She was like, just own it. And it took like the longest time for me to actually own it. Like I have a big head. Even like even up to now, I still like struggle with like, oh, you have a big head. I'm like, yes, I know. There's nothing I can do about it. She was like, what? There's nothing I can do to change the fact that I have a big head. So once people come for me, like now, if people want to insult me, there are things about myself that I've said about myself, or I've noticed about myself over the years that no one can come and insult me again. You can't come and tell me now, right now, that you have a big head. I'm like, yes, I know, and so what? Most people think that once they throw jabs at you about certain things about your body, oh, you have a big head, you have a big nose, you have a big teeth or whatever, they just expect you to feel bad and cry about it. Nah, gone are those days where like, so I overcame it in the sense that my sister was like, yes, only you have a big head. So what? Do you want to go and change it? You can't change it. You want to accept that truth is a fact about yourself. No one can use that as a weapon against you. Because most time when people insult you or throw jabs at you, they tend to like, they try to knock you off your feet by saying that, like, yeah, I know I have a big head, so what next? What else can you say that will get me to feel bad? Like, you can't come for me for my head again, because I actually know I have a big head, so it's not like you can insult me or you're trying to say something new, that's or a new discovery about myself that I don't. I know I have a big head. Then, so once I started owning that later on, I'm like, okay, I feel good. It is what it is. I can't go and like get surgery to try to reduce my head. I know people do that for their forehead and whatever, I don't know. But like, there's nothing I could do that time growing up that would just like, magically change or reduce my forehead. It was what it is, like, I owned that. Then from there, once for my hair, they entered my height. Being too tall, oh, you are too tall for this, you're too tall, tall girls can't do this. Even when it came boiled out to like cultural dance, like, you're too tall, go to the back. All I wanted was to just be in front. And sometimes I'm like, go to the back. Like, people were so insensitive then. I hated my height. I just wanted to be small or be on the smaller side or be on the petite side like the rest of the girls in my class. I couldn't sit in front anymore because I was obstructing people. I had to go to the back, and I struggled so much because not like I struggled so much, but it just made me feel bad because I wanted to stay at the front. And my height came. You hear, oh, you're too tall for a girl. You're too big. And I'm like, right now, looking at my height, I'm like 5'9", 5'10". I wish I was way taller, like 6. I wish I was way taller. I see girls that are taller than me now at my age, and I feel so judged. I'm like, this is something I hated about myself that I could not stand. Now we're like stallions. Now we're doing this. We're doing big things. Now we're like, no, we're appreciating you. But back then, you're too tall. Go to the back. We're just chilling with the guys on the assembly line. And, in high school, I had my other friends like Deborah. She was actually taller than me. So, like, those kind of people made me feel normal in a way. Because for a long time, I struggled with my height. I didn't want to be tall. I didn't want to hear it like, oh, you're too tall. No guy will like it. Not like I was actually looking for a guy to like me, but like, Kiniko, you're too tall for a girl. Why are you so tall? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I did not make myself this way. This is how I am. This is my height. There was nothing I could do to like literally go back and change my height. But I didn't want to be tall. I just wanted to be small. So certain things I could, or they'll tell you, oh, you're already tall, you don't need to wear high heels. And I love wearing high heels. Give me the 6-inch heels, give me the 4-inch heels. I just want to be tall. They'll be like, oh, you can't be too tall. No, guys will be scared of you. I'm like, why do I have to make myself small like that? That was in high school though. They're like, why do I have to make myself small just because of a guy? They'll be like, oh, don't do this, don't do that, I don't know. I'm like, I don't really care. In high school, I didn't really care for guys like that. I was like a proper tomboy. I just wanted to be myself. So I always, hanged around my other friends. If it was not that, it was my forehead. Once you do certain hairstyles, you'll be, oh, your friend. And I'm still struggling with that up to today. There are certain ways I take my pictures, like, because I don't want my forehead to show. But of late rather, I've been posting video of my forehead and let my natural hair out, and I'll just doing it. People are like, oh my god, your forehead is big, your forehead is big. And thanks to girls like Adiola Patrol, Only Bells, these other YouTubers, and like Vivian Okeze, I'm not going to insert your pictures somewhere if I can find any. Like, these girls are like, when I see them with their forehead, I'm not trying to point out their own insecurities or they have addressed it in the past. They made me feel, no, these girls are living their life, they're balling, they're doing great things, and they don't give they don't really care about what people say. So like this, looking at these other girls, it boosts my confidence in a way that I just said, I can't kill myself. I cannot be hiding my head. It is my head. It is what it is. Most they don't like take picture, just be like on the caption, on the picture, or the status, or on my status. Rather, I just be like, yes, forehead down. Now my forehead says a lot, because once, like, to me, I was thinking that once I can point out my insecurity, nobody can do that for me. Like, it's not going to come as a surprise, blah blah blah. No one can surprise me anymore or use that as a weapon against me. I know what I know. I can see myself in the mirror. What makes you think I don't know that I have a forehead? Then growing up, they'll be like, oh, you and your okpon, like, okpon is like forehead, big forehead and everything. I'm like, yeah. I get it. I like that one. I'm still struggling with that one because I can't do certain hairstyles. Like, my head is big plus forehead. like that, like that, like that. They came from my eyes. Like right now, my eyes is like my best feature on my asset on my body. Like that's much the thing. Like people, like it's my eyes. Like I really love my eyes. They're just to me, they're unique, and I really, 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 really love my eyes. Like, oh, your eyes is too big, frog eyes, this, that. And like growing up, I was really, even I was skinny. So imagine a skinny child with big head, with big eyes. It was not my eyes, it was my lips. My lips are too big for a child. You know, when you're younger, you see like younger children, like younger girls with like small lips like that. I don't even remember thinking I had like a small mouth. My mouth has always been like full. I hated that about myself. So like, why can't I not just look like other girls? I did not just get it for the life of me. I was like, okay, see that small tiny mouth. It's not now that people are injecting their lips trying to have big lips. Then it was really like, you know, it was really terrible for me. Like, oh, your big mouth. It was as if the big lips were only like for guys. It made me feel ugly for like the longest time. I didn't want to hear them like, oh, you've got a big mouth, it's your big nose. And like looking at myself now, my nose is not that big. My eyes are not the biggest, my lips are not the biggest, but like then growing up as a child, once you hear those kind of things, I just wanted to hide under a tree, under a rock, because I could not understand why people were this mean. And they sit and you know when you say something and something hurts you, and you just all you have to do is just laugh about it. You just kick about it and be like, you let it slide, but deep down it was hurting me. I'll come home again, I'll tell my sister, I'm like, see, do I really have a big head? And she'll be like, my head is big. Obviously, men have a big head now. I know that. Yeah, but like, you don't have to necessarily feel bad about it. You don't like, you know, once you own certain things about yourself. It's that same thing. I'm not going to say, how do I say it? Like, fat shaming or body shaming is wrong entirely. But like, I just believe that why it hurts people is because people are actually mean, first of all. But once you own it, people tell you you're too fat, you're too skinny. When you say, yes, I know, and so what, most times, those people trying to pull you down, they don't have a comment because they don't expect you to know this. Like as if to them, they think it's like a grand discovery, something you are literally blind to, or something you have no idea about. They just tend to like want to come and mungo pack you and like, you know, they discover something new about yourself. I'm like, no, I know. I'm like, once you own that, no one can make you feel bad about it. And I noticed once people like, oh, you have a big head, I'm like, yeah, I know, so what else? They do not have a comeback or something else to say. They are like literally lost for words and others. So it was my head, my height, and you know, basic things like that I did not like about myself, and I wanted to change. As like it was really bothering me. Then it now came to my weight. I struggled with my weight because I was a slim girl. You go, oh, you're too skinny, you should add weight. Then I start to eat, just like, you know, put on like a few pounds to look normal. Then once I start to add, you hear, oh my god, you're getting so fat. Why you becoming so fat? You need to reduce. Then I struggle to go back to like, I start to work out. I start to like, you know, try to lose weight because obviously now people are complaining about my weight. So like I've been struggling with my weight for like the longest time. I eat because I want to add. Then once I hear things like, oh, you're getting fat, you should lose some weight, I go on the extreme end trying to lose the weight. I don't really eat like that. So but you know, like I try not to eat, just like in a day. Most times I can eat only once, which is like a bit weird. So and I don't know, like a day I was chilling at home with my sister. Then I feel like, oh my god, you've lost so much. What happened? Usually in your head now you can notice from afar. Once you see you, your head is the only thing that is the first thing you notice about me. So when she understands, like, yeah, I know, I'm just, you know, working out, like that. Like, oh, okay, I should put on a few I should stop. It's becoming too much. So once like she left, and I asked my sister that, why didn't you tell me that I had gotten so skinny? She was like, she noticed that anytime they tell me something about my weight, I tend to go through the esteem, go to the extreme end. Oh, you're so thin. I eat a lot of junk food and I add weight there. Once I'm fat, people tell me I'm fat, I go on the extreme to try to lose. Like she noticed that I keep fluctuating when it comes to my weight. I think that's the right word. My weight keep going up and down, but she did not want to like add to the stress already, so she just let me do me. Except when it was getting like extremely bad, and she knew that she was going to tell me that I was not looking like, how do I say it? I was not looking like, it wasn't as bad as my friend made it look, or maybe because she was seeing me every day, she did not notice the significant weight loss. So I was like, okay, so like, do you know what? I should just do me. If I want to look a certain way, I should be set. I should do it for myself, not because of what people have to say. Because I remember when I wear certain outfits, people like, oh my god, you are too straight. You are straight as a ruler. Then I wanted to be curvy, so I wanted to have like tiny waist, you know, the figure eight, or like the, I don't want to look curvy in a certain way. Sorry, I do construction now, so bear with me like the pants a lot. So like I wanted to look curvy. Then you know I tend to like look for ways how to make your waist smaller, like that, like that. I feel like I should stop, you know, trying to look like the standard right now, like that. People like, you know, I should do it for me. If I want to be curvy, I should do it for myself. If I want to look a certain way, I should do it for myself. I should not let people tell me what to do. Like, okay, what do I think is the ideal size for myself? What's the ideal size for myself? What's my own, I should be my own body goal. I should look at this person, that person, this person, this person. I should be my own ideal, like there's not even like an ideal body type. Society has come to look a certain way. What things you see on social media like affect us like that. So I should just stop doing that. I should just focus on how do I want to look like. Then I should take it from there. So I said, okay, I'll figure out what I want or how I want to look like without society telling me what I want to look. And I just like recently I was like, you know what, my size is not bad. I have a nice bum. My boobs are okay. The only thing I know I really struggle with is my tummy. Like right from time as a child, I've always been a skinny girl with big tummy, and I've been okay with that. But constantly or recently, I've been trying to. I don't know why my nose turns to run. Anytime I do my makeup, I don't know. So construction, my god. So like I've always been a skinny girl with big tummy. So lately I've been working on that. Like, do you know what? I just want to lose my tummy. If I lose my tummy, I'll be fine. Regardless, like I don't need to add weight or add more flesh. You know, like they call it, oh, you're too skinny, add flesh, you should like bulk up. I don't need that. Like my body's okay. I just need to lose my tummy. Even in high school, I never shaved my skirt. My skirt was really like like literally under my, not really under my boot, but like it always passes my nerve because I was using it to hide my tummy. People like, oh, put your skirt down, do like other girls. I'm like, no, you don't understand why I'm doing this. You just like, you know, let me be without adding to my stress. This reminds me. Without adding to my stress like that. And so like that's what I'm currently struggling with or battling or handling is my weight, my tummy, all that good stuff. I'm just gonna set under my eyes. So like that, I'm too thin, I'm too fat, so I struggled with my weight for a long time. Then it's like for me it's like after conquering or moving on or loving something about myself, it kept going to another thing. I remember when I called one of my friends, shout out to Shay, he's a guy. So I was talking to him on the phone. I think he now came to me up on speaker phone or something like that. Then he was talking to me, then someone goes, oh my god, who is that? Are you talking to a guy? He was like, no, he's talking to a girl. And you're like, why is that voice so deep? When I tell you I lost it, you're like, oh, she sounds like a dude. I lost it. And I just went, I was like, oh, I'm not on speakerphone. He was like, yeah, he dropped the phone to do something. So it was on speakerphone. When I tell you that, I cursed out that person that said, oh, I sound like a dude on the phone. I went, you're very stupid, you're mad, yada yada yada. I was going, are you crazy? Do you know me? Blah blah blah. I know that there's this saying that goes, I mean, that, how do they say it? Don't let the opinion or things people say. I'm not going to paraphrase it right now. They're like, don't take, if you don't know the person, don't take whatever they say to you personally. And I'm like, that's trash. I'm sorry to say, like that saying makes no absolute sense. Words, they hurt regardless of where it's coming from. You should, you're not gonna tell me, oh, don't take it like this. Yeah, you're not supposed to take it like that, but like it has been said, they hit you how they hit you regardless. So I went crazy. I lost something like, you're very stupid, blah blah blah. You're insane. I was like, no, it's not like that. I was joking. I'm like, you don't joke with me like that. I don't know you from anywhere. What gives you that right? I just lost it and I was crazy. And I, do you know what? I just hung up with my friend. I'll talk to you later. And for weeks, that thing kept ringing in my head. For not weeks, for like a long time, it kept ringing in my head. I didn't want to talk to people on the phone again because of someone I don't know personally said that. I was like, okay, why has no one told me that my voice is deep? Why am I just hearing it for the first time? People try to call me, I'm like, oh, send me voice and blah blah. I'm like, no, I don't talk to you. I don't want to send you voice note. But like, why? I'm like, because I sound like a dude. People are like, no, you don't sound like a dude. You sound dumb. I'm like, no, you're just lying. All because of one human being said I sound like a guy. I just stopped talking. Like, I didn't want to send voice notes. I didn't want to receive calls. I was just texting, yada yada yada. And got so bad that I started looking up females that had male voices. Then I found Mel B and Priyanka Chopra. Could be butchering a name right now, but you know, like they just made me like they don't really have like they're not really on the feminine, like you know, like when you most they think how do I say society think girls should talk so soft, so nice, so really, yeah, yeah. But no, like they have this like see that's why I really for me personally that's why I love Mel B. When she was a judge or is it British Got Talent or something like that, that show, she sounded different, and I loved her for that just because of her voice. I'm like, okay, Mel B can be talking like this. I like it. Then I watched what do you call it? Was it Quantico? Yes, where she acted Priyanka Chopra. I was watching and please bear with me. I'm like, okay, I love that she talks. She had a deep voice. I'm like, okay, these are women doing whatever they are doing in their own fields and like they are killing it. Why am I letting somebody do that to me? So of recent, once it's like I don't really like to type anymore. I just like to sing. When it's people's birthday, I sing. I pray for them via voice notes. You know, I prefer voice note to text around. I'm just like I go about like, will I stop talking to people just because of you know what someone said? Like, come up with like I had to deal with this one way or the other. So I did that. I dealt with that. Right now, I sing for people. You know, send voice notes and all that. Just need to do this real quick. Then it came to my legs because I have like spots. I played as a child. I had music, so like I have spots and like scars on my leg. They came for my leg. Oh, your leg is this, your leg is that. And like I don't really take full pictures. My legs are skinny. My leg is what was they say? Chicken legs. I didn't want to take pictures. I didn't want to show myself, like show my legs at all because it was bothering me. You know, it bothered me for a long time. Right now, it's still bothering me. Like that's the only thing. If you check my Instagram page, I don't really have full pictures like that. I think I just have one or two. But my legs were covered. I don't really, and I love short things. I love the short bum shorts. I love the short skirts. I like to show my legs, but like to take pictures and all that, I just did not want that in any way. You know, at all, to give people the chance to like tell me my legs were skinny. I'm like, yes, I heard you. It's not new. It's my leg. I know that it's skinny. Let me live. Let me. So when it came to mental health, I like sometimes when I do things, I'm like, I'm not good enough. I suck. My mates are doing this. You know, I kept comparing my chapter 1 to people's chapter 10. I'm like, oh, they're doing this, they're killing it. Am I disappointment? And I'm right now, I'm a shy person, but once you get to know me, I'm really comfortable. I'm like, I'm the loudest like person you ever meet. But at the same time, I'm really shy. So like, I'm not good enough. My mates are killing it. My mates are doing this. I have friends that like, you know, their own boss, you know, running their own boutique, doing their things like that. I just kept beating myself up. I'm like, you know what? Not that I want to run a boutique, so what am I really concerned about? Or using them to measure their business as like my yardstick again. and it kept bothering me. I like, you're doing this, you're succeeding. What am I doing? I'm just here, and I struggled with that. Like, you know what? I don't want to do what they are doing. So why am I like, comparing themselves? And they don't do what I do. Also, or you understand? Nobody can actually do them how they do. How like say, like you could copy people, but what makes that thing jazz is them. So once you take, so it's like how do I say it? Nobody can be whiskey except whiskey. You can copy him, but the thing that makes whiskey is him himself, is whiskey himself. You understand? So like I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to like copy them or do that thing. So I just like drop down, like not good enough. I just have to run my own race by myself without comparing chapter 50 to my own chapter 1. So I just like, do you know what? It's time to let go and let God. I'm just going to do my thing my way. If I succeed, yeah. If I don't succeed, we move. Keep trying to find, what I want to do. So I just stopped. And I hate when I can't post most times without asking my sister or friends, like, is it good enough? Is it good enough? Is it good enough? My body, am I smiling right? Can it perform? And I'm like, why am I so worried about people's opinion? Because I know how it feels like to be insulted, to be, So like that, why I struggle with that. So I don't really post. I ask them 20 times, is it good enough? Is it good enough? I'm gonna like, just post it. If you don't want to post, don't post. So why do I really care about people? And I'm like, okay. I started posting like on my stories. I dance and I make videos. People like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, you don't understand. I've struggled with like myself, how I look. I've struggled with myself, how I look for a long time. Now that I'm misbehaving, like they call it. I'm misbehaving, I'm doing too much. It's not I'm doing too much. I'm finally letting go and living my life. Because I only have one life to live. If I don't really love myself now, when will I start? So I'm just living my life to the best of my ability, taking it one step at a time. Loving myself while my hair is getting big. Just loving myself, living my best life, regardless of what they have to say. So that's like things I struggle with. I'm not good enough. I'm scared to try new things because I don't want to fail. I've let opportunities and stuff like that pass me by, all in the name of, oh, I'm scared. I don't want to do things alone. I don't want to try new things because of basic stupidity, of fear, or one of those annoying dumb things. I'm like, you know what? You just have to stop. When will I stop? When will I live my life the way I want? My rules, my terms, without apologizing. I don't want to do certain things because I don't want to offend certain people or make them feel certain type of way. While at the end, I was, how will I say it? I was not living my life for me. I was so scared. I'm like, you know what? If I don't stop now, if I don't change, I will get for the rest of my life. So those are the things I've been insecure about: my height, my weight, my body, my legs. I can't really show my legs like that. So yeah. But anyways, regardless, right now we move and I've been fine. So that's that. I'm just going to complete my makeup and I'll be dark. I'm going to complete my makeup. Just my eyeshadows. My eyeshadows. And I'll be back. So guys, now I'm done with my makeup and this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in my next one. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell your friend to watch this video. And yeah, I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.